You work with a lot of young artists, right? You work with folks writing and processing and trying to put worship music out into the world.
Yeah.
Often, if I think of worship music and you distill it down, it's what are the things burning holes in people right now? And when you talk to young people, their ambitions, you can kind of step back and say, what are their gods right now?
Yeah.
So as you work with young people, as you work with trying to that bridge to connect with audiences, when you listen to what they are looping on, what their dreams are, what their fears are, and you've got a house full of kids, right? What are a couple of things you're seeing just out in the world that bring you joy? What are a couple of things you're seeing that make you really uncomfortable?
I mean, I am really blessed with an amazing community. I believe that the best work only comes from community. I was really just lucky, or the Lord smiled at me or whatever, to have sort of found a really great community super early on that I'm still super tight with, and we work together all the time.
Yeah.
20 some years now we've been, and all of our roles are different, but it's still the same people. And that's been a real joy. And one of the things that's given me the most joy is being in this position now where I get to sort of invite people to the table. But what I do is I sort of set the table, and then I get to back away and hope that they become friends. And it's been fun to watch some of them create themselves. And there's a little FOMO because I want to be in it.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, I'm a coach now. I'm not a player. And it's been wonderful to watch this community grow. And one of my colleagues, who's a dear friend, he calls the work we do relationship farming.
Wow.
Which is you sort of plant seeds and you tend it, but the Lord's going to make things grow. And I'm not, if I'm chasing sort of the hit, then I'm trying to use people. But when I just bring wonderful people together and try to serve them, then they make wonderful things that will get hits. But that's not the point.
That's a byproduct of.
That's
right?
a byproduct of it. So by us trying to really build a healthy community of people that we serve well, that equips a lot of communities around the world, and they'll make things that will serve people, and that's really been beautiful.
What are you hearing from young artists, from young musicians, that makes your heart skip? Like, y'all need to solve this, man, right? Y'all need to get on this.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I feel like there's a real. I can go so deep into this, and I don't know we don't have time, but there are these generational arcs in the way that the church tends to work, where you had the Jesus people, and then you had the mega church, and then you had the kids that grew up in the mega church, that are the millennials and Gen Z or Gen X, and they had kids, and now the young artists and the young people are the kids of the millennials of. Like they're the grandkids of the megachurch, and so you're seeing an embrace of less scripted worship, less scripted interaction with things. They don't want to be programmed. They don't want to be sold to. They don't want to be marketed to.
They just want to be with, huh?
And the church is growing a lot smaller among people of that age. And what I mean by that is not in number of people actually, but they don't want to meet in groups of 3,000-5,000. They don't want to be a number. They want to meet in somebody's living room, and they want to be known. It's just what we talked about, the other stuff. And so most of the young artists that I work with are in deep, intentional communities of 50, 100, 200 people. They come in these small churches, and they're doing just beautiful work because they're writing songs for my friend who just lost their mom, and not to try to get on the radio.
Gotcha.
Right? And so when that song gets on the radio, oh man, that's fun.
And then I hear it driving down the road, and I just lose a buddy.
Yeah.
And then somebody just puts a lightning bolt into my heart because they were writing to somebody, and that somebody happened to look a lot like me, right?
Yeah. It's so fun.
That's when you get magic, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm so grateful that you're now the player coach. The only thing the only challenge with that analogy is there's got to be moments like when you're a coach, like I can't jump like that anymore. I'm old. My knees don't work. You have to sit there on the sideline sometimes be like, I could play that better than that guy. Like, I know Number one, you should not be playing a jazz master because why is that guitar even made? And two, that's an inside joke. He's got one. And two, I could probably play that better than you, but I got to let it go. Let it be out there.
That can be a challenge sometimes.
It's gratitude, right? I guess.
But it's fun when you help them get it. That's the fun thing.
Is it though?
It's so fun.
I just get to see you at the Ryman sitting off into the wings, just like with your gratitude journal. Like, I'm grateful for this opportunity to watching somebody just go kill it.
Oh, it's wonderful.